All right, so I'm going to go switch to that. Okay, so there we go. And here, I'll hit the space bar. So there we go. So now we're streaming on the Extras channel.
Super cool.
So if you go to the Extras channel, you can see this running. We'll let this go for a few minutes. Now, when we did this in Vermont, this actually worked. I'm just going to pop the chat out here. Where'd it go? I lost my screen. When we did this in Vermont, we were able to stream for, I think, like 25 minutes or so. So that worked out really well. And I just popped the chat out, and I have this full screen, so now I can't see my chat window, my other window. Here we go. Okay. There we go. I just wanted to make sure, just in case we had anything inappropriate pop up on the chat, I wanted to make sure that the audience on Amazon did not see that. Okay, so now we're streaming, and I don't think it gives me statistics on this, but you can watch this. This is from the Max webcam. Here's Jake, everybody.
Hey, everyone.
So we're streaming in 2 places at once. And as this is streaming, I don't think we're doing a very high bit rate here. So we're streaming out at about 2 megabits per second, which is what you would normally get for a 720p stream. So we could do more.
And this is viewed as YouTube uses this as a desktop stream
versus
a mobile stream.
This is I think it does view it as a desktop stream.
You need to have a certain amount of subscribers to do mobile.
Right. That's right.
So.
That's right. Yeah, I think you're right about that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So this is coming over at 2 megabits per second. And I'll pull up our little dish multi-view here. So we're going over the dish. We're streaming out to YouTube, and what you're seeing on the Mac screen is what YouTube is sending back to us, or it just gives us like a mirror image, one or the other. Now, it'd be great if those of you in either, because now I got like 12 million chats to monitor here. So if any of you in the main chat can see, can let me know how in either one of them, let me know how this looks. I'll pop over to the other chat here and see what that looks like in 1 second here. So I lost track of my other window. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So it looks good. So we are streaming at 720p 30, I think. I think whatever the default is through the webcam is what we are streaming at. I think that's what you're getting there. And then as we're streaming on the Extras channel,
the main channel,
we are, Jake's going to pull it up on his thing. So yeah,
the main one looks good.
Main one looks good. Fine. Yep. And that's off the Comcast. Yeah, so pull up the other one if you can go to the Extras and see what that one's looking like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we're doing okay here, doing a live stream. So we'll let that run for 4 or 5 minutes. And I think it's gonna, it's just a matter of how well the connection maintains itself. But we have the dish in the middle of the yard with no obstructions at all. We haven't had one obstruction error since we got started. So it should be able to maintain that. What'll be curious to see is what happens when we leave it going for 5 or 10 minutes. I'm not sure how long a satellite stays in view or not.
You get dropouts kind of thing.
And the kids are coming here, folks. We're gonna have some craziness going on in a minute.
Let's see, I get on TV Extras live.
Yep.
And then I click on the channel and then.
Oh, it doesn't bring you to the live thing, huh?
Unless there's. It says they're live.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe it's just like a phone.
It could be a phone
mobile
thing.
All
right. Yeah, I could do another speed test if people want to try that out in a minute. Actually, we could do a speed test while we are streaming and see what that does. Grayson Petty, thank you for the super chat. I'll pull up your chat here. Let's see. Let me go back to I got too many chats now. I'm trying to keep track of. I have no idea whether I'm coming or going. Let's see. It didn't show up on I didn't come over to vMix for some reason. So Grayson Petty says in his super chat, Starbright, first Starlink I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might. I have the wish, I wish tonight. We'll make a wish, do as dreamers do wishes do come true. They do. So yeah, it looks like it's working. Now we'll see if the kids run in front of the dish. That'll probably screw it up. So we are now 5 minutes into our Extras channel stream. and it seems to be holding up still. I don't know how many people are watching. I got 18 people watching on the extras channel, and it is mirrored. Yeah, it looks like it's mirroring the image. But yeah, 720p is all that's going to come out of this laptop. But I did do a 1080p stream. We did like a 2.5, 3 or 4 megabit kind of thing, and that seemed to work. Really, it's a matter of maintaining the connection and whether or not the the upstream bandwidth can stay in place there. But we've been pushing a steady 2 megabits here. So if I was doing 1080p, I'd probably be doing 4 megabits. It's probably what I'd be doing right now. But still, I think that's working pretty nicely here. Let me pull the other image out of the way so you can see the screen here. So yeah, it's been holding up. So we'll let that go for another minute or two.
That's amazing.
Pretty amazing, isn't it?
Very, very cool.
All right, let's see.
Especially as like a backup connection. Like,
yeah, well, that's it.
This is good enough for like a primary connection.
Yeah, it could be.
You know?
You know what we'll do? We'll why don't we like start doing a little stress test here? We'll do a speed test while we are streaming. Let's try that. So I don't know what this is going to do to our live. This live stream is going to be fine. The other one may struggle, but let's see. So I'm going to go full screen here, and let me switch over to this, and we're going to do. Now it's connecting back to that server in Canada again. So now remember, we are live streaming out at 2 megabits per second, so that's going to impact our upload speed. But while we're streaming out, and let me know on the extras channel if we're having trouble, but we are hopefully still broadcasting to you. And I'll take a look at the stats in a second. And this is the downstream, of course, so we'll let that run through. And then server was bits upstream right now. And we can see what that impact is having there. You can see that upload usage went to the max, and now it's dropping back down to 2. Oh, it just dropped out. I wonder if we, looks like we're still live. Oh, it's saying it's unstable. So that upstream push really knocked our knocked our stream off. So the upstream might be a little trickier than meets the eye, because it just gave me a warning and now it's settled back down again. So if we go back to,
yeah, this is the extras. I got it.
Okay,
pulled up.
It looks good.
Oh yeah, that's just like a few seconds behind.
Yeah, and I think it's given us, okay, it's at 720p. Yeah, it's a little, I mean, that's what a 2 megabit broadcast looks like. So
yeah. So yeah, it said it froze during the upload.
Right.
But that's,
But yeah, we've been at 100% now for, there's not one issue. We had one beta drop out briefly, and then that was it. Okay, here comes my wife. The fun is ending. What? You want to set up the bounce house? Yeah, you can set up over there, but I'm using both outlets. I just need like another 15 minutes, and then I'll be done, if that's okay. Or you can put it in over there, where you have another outlet. Isn't there another outlet over there? All right. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, I don't know why people can't find the live stream on the other thing, but yeah, it seems to be working pretty good here. So I have like 6 kids in my backyard right now. This is not gonna be sustainable. So we'll have to. So if you got a request, make it quick, because we're gonna have to shut down soon because the kids are here. But hey, guess what? I mean, we started less than an hour ago, and we are here.
Been streaming for a while.
Yeah, we've been up and streaming, and it's
probably 20-25 minutes from unbox to stream stuff.
Yeah, I think the biggest wait was waiting for the dish to find its satellites, right? And then that was it. So Gigafied says that the stream from Starlink is actually ahead of the one that he's watching. Yeah, I don't know how their data centers work, but that's an interesting observation, isn't it? And Tumala is wondering. I have a question. So mine is currently pointed south, and that's the direction they have. No, I'm sorry. I'm totally wrong. Mine is pointing north. That's the direction that mine is pointing at. It is pointing north. So yeah, it looks good. I think we're in good shape here. So Dishy is right. So Dishy is pointing where you see right there. It's basically pointed due north, and the app will kind of guide you in that direction as well. So that's what we've got our setup at. All right, let's see what else we got here. So David Bound asked a question that we did get an answer to. Obviously, it's a beautiful day today. This is like ideal conditions, but my brother has it up in Vermont, and it's been working great for him up there. Actually, why don't we call him real quick and see if we can get him on the phone? I'm going to call him on my messenger. Actually, I'll call him from this computer.
Yeah, Starlink.
Yeah. So here, let's see if we can get my brother on the phone because he has Starlink. And we can actually do a Starlink to Starlink call with my brother. So let me just look him up here real quick. Let me have you point the camera at me when I call him just so people have something to look at.
Yeah.
Actually, I could do a video call with him. Let's try that. My brother does the Facebook. That's his thing. So let's see what we get here. He told me to call him too. So let's see if he picks up. I'm ringing him. I don't know if he's there. Let's see. So I hear from my brother now like 10 times more than I used to because he can actually get a signal of some kind at his place.
Yeah.
Hang on 1 second. Hey, look out for the wires. Don't trip on the wires. Hey, Kira, make sure nobody trips on the wires. Okay. All right. All right. Well, it looks like he is. Kaiser on the radio wants us to we'll do a quick download. Let's try that real quick. We will download an Ubuntu image. I think I'm still streaming on the Extras channel too. I think I was just going to let it rip until we get to the end, or did I close it already? I think I may have closed it out. So if you're watching on the Extras channel, sorry about that. So yeah, let me try to go grab a quick download, and we'll see how that goes. So I don't think we're streaming anymore on the other thing.
I think we're still going.
Oh, we're still going? Oh, we are still going. Yep, we are. Never mind. All right, so let me go to ubuntu.org. Oops, cancel. Let's stay on this one. Yeah, I'm just going to have this keep going as long as we can. Yeah, so I think the only time we dropped off was when we were doing some of that extra downloading and stuff. Oops. What is this? No. Oh, no, I hit the wrong site. I almost got hit with some malware. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so let's go over to Ubuntu, and I'll pull this up on screen for you all to see. And actually, let me check one thing real quick. I just want to clear out my download screen here. Okay, so I'm going to go and download Ubuntu. So we're going to go to download. Okay, so I'm going to just go through the motions. Okay, so here it is. Now it's downloading. So let's go over to the download screen here. And I'll zoom in on this a little bit for you here. So this is what it is.
Yeah, do you want me to turn the camera?
Oh, that's okay. I got it on the on this right now. So it's doing about, it's not going too quick here, but who knows what, like, what it's picking it up from, right? But it's not going terribly fast. We're about 50 megabytes in already. I got bugs flying into my computer here. Go away. Yes, that's what we're getting on a real world download here. case you're curious about that.
It's funny, it jumps up and down.
Yeah.
Because it's connecting different Intel.
All right, let's see what we've got on the statistics here. So you can see the download usage now has picked up substantially. Let me give you a different view here. So that's what our download is looking like here. So it's telling me that it's getting, so it looks like it's hitting about 18 megabits per second. And that could just be where the, where it's getting it from whatever the, whatchamacallit, you know what I'm talking about, co-location or what, where it's getting it from its
ground server.
Yeah, the closest server to where the ground station is. So it's not a terribly fast download. But as we saw on the speed test, your potential is much greater. We'll run another one of those in a minute. So some downloads will be a little slow. Again, I think it's going to really depend on like what your ground station is looking like and where you're connecting to. All right, so let's do, this will probably kill the connection again, but let's go back to speed test. And this will probably kill the upload once again, but I want to see, it's still connecting to that server in Canada. So we must be hit, there it goes. Now it's on the upstate New York one. So let's do that one again. And let's see what we get. I don't think my IP has changed. But they got some crazy commercial NAT thing going. Yeah, it's going a little slower in on this run. But I see this on my Comcast thing too, so it's you never know what you're really going to get here.
It's also streaming out.
Yeah, but still, for like out in your backyard, like imagine when this is like a mobile product, it's going to be crazy. So I think this is where we'll start seeing the extras channel kind of blip out again. But actually now it looks like it's holding up. So we're pushing 20. I'm moving around, creating some motion here for higher. So let's see what happens. Looks like the extras channel kept itself going. And wow, we almost hit, yeah, it's still going. It's a little choppy. Bad. Yeah, got a little choppy there.
Didn't lose it.
But we were able to do 28 megabits upstream. That was our fastest upstream that we've had so far. So that's pretty cool. Really, really neat.
They like your dance moves.
Yeah, so people are asking about, is it safe to put a kid in front of the dish? I don't know what it transmits at. It can't, I don't think it's transmitting at a terribly powerful rate. But I would not stand in front of it. Partly because it won't work when you stand in front of it, let alone whatever health issues there might be. But so to David's question, I'm sorry, it was like I got distracted. I didn't answer your question. So on the for the snow and rain fade, my brother out in Vermont has not had issues. He had snowstorms, he had overcast days, rainstorms. Generally, it's been, for him, he said, really no issues. And I've seen a lot of other folks who have been doing more extensive testing than I have with very minimal drop off in signal. The one thing, though, is that the dish does have a heater on it, but if it gets overwhelmed and the ice and snow build up on it, that'll obviously have an impact, and you'll have to clear that off. But they've made the front of the dish a lot slipperier, and I think that's going to make a difference. For sure. David's asking, can I do time travel with Starlink? Not yet, but I think that's a feature that's in beta. Yeah, the kids are going to raid the backyard. Right now, they're on the playscape, and they're so far haven't disturbed any of the wires, so I think we're in good shape. And I don't know exactly where the Amazon satellites are going to end up. I think they're going to be at similar altitudes. So I don't expect there to be some issues there. Hello, Kira. You can come over here. Make sure they don't put rocks down the slide. It's probably not good for the slide. Now, I think I went to Ubuntu.org, which was not the right site to go to. I was just not paying attention, Chris Allegretta. But yeah, these satellites are at a very low orbit, so you're going to get better signal strength and obviously better speeds and much lower latency, which we've been seeing here. So yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. You want to point the camera at me? We'll
close her out.
Yeah. So all right. So here's the deal, folks. I gotta get this thing detached here because I am apparently going to be overrun by children in a second, and Jake's going to just turn the camera back around so I can thank you all. But this is pretty smooth. So I think I have this now, and I've got 30 days before I have to pay for service again. So I think what would be great is if you want to email me some ideas of things you want to see demoed on the Starlink, we'll do it. Because I can just set it up here in the backyard. I can camp out in my pink house here, and I can run some streams and stuff from there. We got about 20 minutes still on the extras channel thing. It's working great, so that's been good. And yeah, so I'm going to say goodbye to the extras channel first. Let you guys drop off here. See you later. And we'll come back.